Find out if you love it or not. And what happens, there is a kind of a strange reward system. People will notice you. I mean, all of us at this table have worked on projects, and we've seen someone that was what we call politically correct now, atmosphere. They used to be called extras, and they're actors, and there are other people that want to be actors, and a lot of them are trained. Not all of them, but a lot of them are trained. In fact, in old Hollywood, they were all trained. They were all European immigrants that were movie stars that came over in the 20s, 30s, and 40s to get out of Europe and get away from Hitler. And they all came, but they had been doing Hamlet and starring in movies in Germany and Hungary and Czechoslovakia and France and Italy. And so they were what were called dress extras. But we've all seen, I'm sure all of us when we're working, and we were doing a scene over and over again, a courtroom scene or something, and you'll see an atmosphere person, a person with no lines, that's dressed more period or more right for the scene than anybody else, is paying better attention, has given themselves a little bit of a character, and you watch the end of the week, that first assistant director or that second assistant director puts them in the front, or gives them the line, or gives them the part of the juror that says guilty on Law and Order. And I've seen that over and over again. There is a kind of a seniority that happens. And you pay your dues and you stick it out, and you also have to test the fact whether you really like it. You know, if you really want to be in this crazy job.
Yeah, you know what, real quick guys, same thing with that. I think right now we live in a time where when we were coming up and doing what we do for the years that we've been doing it, you had to be asked into a room, you had to be, have an agent, have a manager, have all those things. And I think if you guys really want to do it, just do it. Now you can shoot, you can do things, and if you're really talented and good at what you do, I think the public's going to recognize that, and you will go someplace. But now's the best time for you guys to really do something, because if you just do it, don't think about it, just do it. Get a camera, shoot.
Everybody here's got the tools to start.
Correct.
They're in your pocket. A lot of you guys are pointing the tool right at it.
I think as a performer, it's really important if you decide, all right, I'm passionate about acting, but it's to throw yourself, you don't like opera? You don't like opera? Tough shit, go see some opera, okay? You're gonna learn so much from that. You don't like country music? Go to some country music concerts, boys and girls. It's like you'll learn from all, heavy metal. It's about exposure to all kinds of things, because that's where you can come up with the arts, and also just you come up with character ideas and dress and how people walk, and it's just, you have to really expose yourself to all of the arts. And just along with Robert's saying too, you can learn how to paint a set, work backstage, and to learn every aspect of the set.
And somebody might see you painting the set and say, you're perfect to be this part. We want you to be the butler, or we want you, or the maid, or something like that.
Right.
Because you're
I
good.
painted a lot of sets and no one had me playing a part.
Oh, man. That's not true. That's not true. I wanted to kill you in Nightmare 11. The other thing, let me just say one thing about state colleges or community colleges or junior colleges. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of colleges that aren't the Big Ten, or are not Ivy League, or are not incredibly expensive, and they have money, especially in suburbs that are doing well in this country. And you walk in to the film department, and you cannot believe the toys you can play with. You can be 19 years old, and you can get the best sound recording, cameras, lighting equipment, and you just check it out. And it's there. And if you pick a small school somewhere that doesn't have a big film department, but that has all this equipment, you get to use it, you get to play with it, and you sign on to everybody's crew and you learn how to use everything. But there's a lot, everybody's all going to UCLA, or they're all going to AFI, or they're all going to Yale. They think that's the access, and those do provide access, but there's people there that wait for years to get on stage and wait for years to do a student film. Whereas if you're in Boulder, Colorado, you can probably get a dolly truck, to shoot a movie, and a crew of 6 people that are horny to work on a film and make your own film, when you're 20 years old. And work with others, and then they'll work with you. And they'll crew up with you.
And here's an example of that. This young lady right here, you're from BTC, right?
BCTC.
BCTC, right?
We have a couple people.
BCTC. She's here volunteering, running this camera at a community college. She's doing exactly what you said.
And the only other thing is if you know what you're doing is right and good, don't quit. Don't listen to the people who don't believe in themselves,
Right.
telling you that you shouldn't believe in yourself. Just don't quit. You know, you could work for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years before
Something happens.
something happens. But if you quit, then it's never going to happen. That's really, that's
Don't lose the dream.
Community theater,
Oh, yeah?
where you could also have your job. You know, go ahead and keep your job. You do community theater after work.
Anybody else got any more advice? We good? All right, they're going to, I'm sorry, our panel's run out of time.